Hello and welcome once again to my YouTube channel, 7 Deadly Sins 2011. I hope you're doing well. I'm doing decently myself as well. I'm recording this on Sunday, one day after having recorded the gameplay video, so this is not going to be parallel to. You're not going to be getting my genuine reactions to the gameplay. But this is just experimental once again. Let me know if you prefer with or without commentary. Today we're going to be looking at my gameplay of Super Breakout on the Atari 2600. I had already recorded gameplay on Pac-Man for the same system. And by the way, I'm playing these on Stella, which is a dedicated Atari 2600 emulator from RetroArch, or downloaded using RetroArch. And yeah, we're just gonna look at how this game performs and gonna take a dive into something that is very much a retro game. There's not really a whole lot to say regarding this intro. We'll just get right onto it. Again, I'm reacting to something that had already been recorded for the record. Yeah, that's the thing that I'm gonna have to talk about with this game, is that it's pretty broken to a certain degree. You control the paddle, because if you've never played Breakout, it's a game in which you control a little paddle, and there's a ball, and you have basically to act as a platform for the ball to bounce off and break all of the colored tiles at the top. If you break all the little colored blocks, you win. That's basically the game. I'm pretty sure everyone's heard of Breakout. And Super Breakout is a version that existed in the arcades and was ported to the Atari 2600. Remember, this was at a time in which home consoles were still relatively a new thing, and people were very excited about getting their arcade hits. Because there was a time in which arcades were great, about getting these games at home. I wish I had lived that, but I did not live that period myself. But nevertheless, this was a game that excited a lot of people, and I might be wrong. I didn't fact check this, but I assume this game did decently on the Atari 2600. But it kind of reveals some of the issues with a port of Breakout on a console like Atari. The controls in this game are really... I don't know how to explain this. I guess it's more that it's... Basically, I used a DualSense controller to play this game. With Atari, you have the classic joystick controller, and I presume the idea would be to play this with a joystick, and the game would control a lot more fluidly. But because you use the D-pad, any little touch on the D-pad will force the paddle to just shear off abruptly into the intended direction. Basically, the game. Basically the game just the controls are relatively broken. So yeah, and what you just saw, that right there is very much a consequence of the control I'm talking about. Yeah, this could easily be me saying that I suck at this game, but instead it's me complaining about how its controls just aren't very good. But yeah, I apologize if the sounds coming from the game are another life loss. If the sounds from the game are abhorrent, but nevertheless, we're talking about Atari 2600, so just bear in mind. So yeah, that's just the story of this game and what I think about it. I apologize if I'm not reacting inherently. One more live on this, and I lost. One more go. Ugh. But I apologize if I'm not as much reacting to what's on screen as much as I am just describing what I think about the game. Since again, this is pre-recorded after I had already done the gameplay recording, so this is just me kind of blah blah blahing all the way until to find a way to fill up screen time with back-end audio. And for the record, if you are hearing this on YouTube, it is because the feedback on the Pac-Man video was relatively positive. So yeah, that's on your hands. So yeah. Yeah, that's a fun thing about the game, is that breaking the colored blocks, it almost sounds like a keyboard or something, as in a music keyboard, not a computer keyboard. All right, but still on the first live. I think that's ignoring the fact that I restarted the game immediately after losing. Oh, yeah, that's what happens when you reach a certain point. I've heard that this game is pretty difficult, even for people who have experience with Atari 2600. I do know. Yeah, especially controlling with a D-pad rather than a joystick. And even then, I've heard people say that controlling this game with an actual paddle, like in the arcade version, would be a lot more useful. It just becomes unplayable like this. Still, I managed to get a pretty decent score. 99 high score. And I assume it will hit 100 yet there. 104, and that's the best I could do. So yeah, thank you for watching this video. Oh, apparently there's more. I thought that was my last chance. No, I guess there's more. Well, let's see if I can do anything decent this time. 99 is a pretty decent high score for the record. I'm sort of proud of myself there, considering the limitations of the game. Or, and now I'm just... Yeah. And that's it. So yeah, thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.